I raised a child for 15 years, until I found out he was my brother. Nothing prepares you for a betrayal that runs in your own blood. My name is Leah, and I never planned on becoming a mother at 19. Life just doesn't ask for your permission. I was working part-time at a bakery and taking night classes at the local community college. I lived with my parents in a small house on the edge of town, just trying to figure out my life like most people my age. One rainy Sunday morning changed everything. I was the last to leave church, helping clean up the leftover coffee cups and programs. Just as I stepped outside, I heard it, a soft cry. A baby. I turned and found him on the church steps. He was wrapped in a blue blanket, barely a few hours old. My heart stopped. There was no one around, just a note pinned to the blanket, "Please love him." I can't. The police were called. Social services got involved. They launched an investigation to find the baby's mother, but no one came forward. No security cameras. No fingerprints. Nothing. It was like he had appeared out of thin air. Weeks passed. I visited him in the foster care nursery every day. Something about him called to me, a bond one couldn't explain. Maybe it was the loneliness I carried from losing my little brother in a car crash when I was 10. Maybe it was the ache of wanting to be needed by someone. Whatever it was, I knew I couldn't walk away. Against all logic, and with my parents' reluctant blessing, I started the process to foster him. And then, to adopt him. I named him Noah. He was mine. Noah was everything to me. I worked double shifts. Dropped out of college. Sacrificed friendships, dates, sleep, and sanity. But I never resented him. We built a life. He called me Mom. He ran to me when he had nightmares. He made me macaroni art with wobbly "I love you" scribbles on Mother's Day. Everyone said we looked alike. The same hazel eyes. The same cowlick. I always laughed it off. When he turned 15, the questions started. Why don't I have a baby picture? Why don't I know my birthday hospital? Why do you never talk about my dad? I told him I would explain everything when he was older. I thought I was protecting him. But I think I was protecting myself more. One day, he came home holding a cheap DNA test kit he bought online. "You always promised I'd know one day," he said, eyes pleading. "I just want to know where I come from." I helped him send in the swab. I spent the next few weeks with knots in my stomach. I didn't know what I was afraid of. Maybe that I wasn't enough. Maybe that he'd find a family who could offer him something better. But I was not prepared for the truth. The email came late at night. The test results showed we shared 50% DNA. That wasn't mother and child. That was full siblings. I stared at the screen, heart racing. How? It didn't make sense. I was 19 when I found him. I hadn't had a child. So how could he be my brother? Ran to my mother's room with the printout in my hands. She didn't even flinch. She just sat down slowly and said, lower voice, "I prayed you'd never find out." Wait, are you shocked too? Because I was devastated. If this had happened to you, what would you do? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're into jaw-dropping family secrets like this, hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss the next one. It gets even worse from here. My mother confessed to everything. At 43, she had an affair with a married man, a church elder. When she found out she was pregnant, she panicked. The scandal, the shame, the hypocrisy, it would ruin her. So she hid the pregnancy. Disappeared to a relative's house in another state. Gave birth. Then returned and abandoned her own baby on the church steps, staging it so he'd be found and adopted by someone else. She never expected it would be me. I had been raising my own brother. I felt like the floor fell out from under me. everything, every sacrifice, every moment, every mommy I love you, was built on a lie. I wasn't Noah's mother. I was his sister. Noah overheard the conversation. His face was pale, eyes wide with betrayal. "So, you're my sister? And she's my mom? And you both lied to me?" He stormed out. We didn't hear from him for hours. When he came back, he didn't speak. Just walked past us and locked himself in his room. I could hear him crying through the door. And I cried too. It took time. He didn't call me mom anymore. He started calling me Leah. At first, it felt like a knife to the heart. But I didn't correct him. He deserved the truth. He deserved the space to figure out who he was without lies. Eventually, we talked. I told him I didn't know. That I truly believed he was abandoned by a stranger. That I loved him more than life itself, whether he was my son or my brother. That he would always be my heart, no matter what label we used. We're still healing. He's 17 now. He still lives with me. He calls me Leah in public but still slips and says mom when he's tired or sad. I don't mind. As for my mother, we don't speak. She lost both her children with one lie. I don't know if Noah will ever want to meet his biological father. I won't stop him if he does. But I do know this. I may not have given birth to him. I may not even be his mother. But I raised him. I loved him. And that will never change. Imagine raising a child with every ounce of your love, only to discover he was your brother all along. Would you still feel like his parent, or just another part of a family lie? Comment your thoughts. Someone out there has lived through something just like this. And don't forget to subscribe for more shocking true stories and family betrayals you won't believe. New videos drop every day. This is only the beginning. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next twist.